Alright, so this is the Foch 155. I'm going to be using the 120. I just recently picked this tank up. I've always wanted it, never got it, but I finally have it. And I had a huge game in it today. Ended up going really well, and it wasn't really anything spectacular, but it really was a pretty great showcase of how devastating this tank really can be. We're here on airfield. Pretty standard match. Shows a pretty good starting position for any stealth like TD. So this is a good place to be already right off the bat. Just starting to farm. There are a few bots on the enemy team that turn out to be pretty easy to take out in the beginning. Just some easy free damage. Really putting the hurt on them. Getting a lot of tanks out already. We got a QL that we're gonna reposition to shoot. We wait for the right moment. We clipped out the whole HP of the QL, all of it just gone. The guy just evaporated. All right, it was beautiful. Love to see that. So I'm coming up here. I noticed that the HP is starting to really drain, and my window for getting a big damage game is kind of closing. So I got to make a move, and I had no idea that 263 was there. I got really lucky. Unfortunately, wasn't able to put all my shots into him, but I got really lucky with how I wasn't able to get spotted there because of all the bushes. The bushes that were helping him actually ended up helping me as well. I knew there was a medium over here, so I hung around here for a little while, because I really didn't want that medium to come around. But luckily he went the other way, and I was just tired of waiting, so I decided to come over here and put the hurt on the 263. He did, however, put up a pretty good fight. Luckily, artillery was able to help me a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm noticing, that it's really just gonna be me facing the rest of the enemy team here. So we're coming around here looking for the arty. I was a little worried when I didn't see him here. I mean, I knew it was the Conqueror. It wasn't gonna be super quick, but I was wrong. The guy got out of there pretty quickly. And so I come around here and I spot the Waffle. He's done. Waffle's out. And I think this is where the artillery starts to spot. Yeah, the artillery spots these tanks over here. And so I'm coming up on this hill to try to get sight lines on them. And they were like just out of my view range. So I did have to peek down the hill a little bit. Yeah, Jaegeru got him. And I was able to get the T-54 out. And Arty's on the base, obviously, so I know the Jaegeru's slow. So I made the decision to go around and kind of try to creep up on the Arty. And I figured I had plenty of time to go in here, handle the Arty, and get out before the Jaegeru had even made it down the hill. He had actually made it down a little earlier than I thought. I thought he was gonna go the longer way, but I mean he just kind of booked it for the base, and I did not expect him to get down so soon, and so I'm trying to run down as covertly as possible. I don't want the Jaegeru to find me. I was gonna play the long game, go all the way around and try to flank the Jaegeru and catch him by surprise. But as I'm crossing here, he spots me. That's why I kind of went inside a little bit here to see if he was going to be over here waiting for me. So I didn't just go across and give him an easy shot. But I found him here, and I did have time to turn around and run away, but I figured I just kind of wanted to end it here. And I knew I had a pretty good chance of killing him. Luckily, he missed that shot, and at that point, I mean, I knew he just sold it. That's the game. Definitely the biggest game I've had in the Foch. I haven't had it too long, but I doubt I'm gonna have a game like this again anytime soon. Yeah, it's Foch, really good tank.